expecting that children were running around and trying to grab these things with their hands. This is a real phenomenon. I've looked it up, and scientists do not know what causes it. They have like a ton of theories. They don't know. To me, this sounds like an optical interference thing, but they don't know. And there's not a good video on the internet. There's some video, but it's such a low contrast event that nobody's captured it really well. So the obvious question for Mr. Solar Eclipse Expert is, how do we get a good video of shadow bands? How do we capture it? When does it happen? Just before C2?
Just before C2 and just after C3, when the sun is a slit. It has to be that final little narrow slit, otherwise it doesn't work.
How long does it last?
For about 20 or 30 seconds. You have to catch it.
So you have to know it's about to happen.
Exactly.
I rarely ask people to do things on Smarter Everyday videos, but we have to catch video of shadow bands. That has to happen. I think it's in the prompt. I'm not sure.
So the way to do it is set up a video camera on a manual exposure on a king-size white sheet.
Or like concrete or something like that.
Okay, the next thing is called
We can
the
do it
diamond
outside.
ring. The diamond ring is the part just before C2 where it actually looks like a diamond ring if you're taking a photograph of the sun. What happens immediately after that is fascinating. It's called Bailey's beads.
Oh,
Now, Bailey's beads is when the lunar disk is right about to cover the top of the solar disk. What's really cool is that it should be just a really skinny crescent all the way around, right? But the fact is, the moon has valleys and mountains, and those start to close over the solar disk, and you can see the light coming around those mountains. It's really cool. It's breaking that solar light up into beads. It's called Bailey's beads. Anyway, you have to know the exact second that happens, because it's such a fast phenomenon, you have to be taking photos like at that instant in order to catch it.
So in 2001, I paid a programmer to program the first Eclipse talking timer. This is from 2002, and I still have one that works.
Wow. So you made this back then.
That's right. So there's the original talking timer. From 2002.
You made this. Okay, I don't know what's more impressive, that you made this in 2002 or that you have one of these things that still works.
Okay, you know all the words? It's time to plan out the day of the solar eclipse. Step 1, get to the totality plane, preferably in the center of the totality plane. At that point, you're going to wait for the lunar disk to touch the solar disk. That's C1, game on. At that point, weird stuff starts to go down, the temperature starts to decrease, animals start to freak out because it's getting dark, they think it's about to be night. Anyway, all that happens over an extended period of time, well over an hour. After that, we're approaching C2, and that's where things get crazy. The 3 phenomena that you're going to look out for. Number 1, shadow bands. I've already figured out, I'm going to use a big old piece of white plastic to try to see the shadow bands. I'm excited about that. The second one, the diamond ring. That's about 5 seconds before C2. Immediately after that, if you're a good photographer, you're going to catch Bailey's beads. I'm going for it, okay? Bam, C2 hits. After C2, that's when you're in totality. You can remove your glasses and you can look directly at the sun. At that point, somewhere in there is max totality. I'm told to scan the horizon because it looks like
We've been told by the school you shouldn't.
After that, right before C3, get your glasses back on because the sun's about to pop out and you don't want to hurt your eyes. Immediately after C3, first you've got the Bailey's beads, and then you have the diamond ring, and then, again, if you're lucky, for 60 seconds after that, there's the possibility of shadow bands. After that, we're moving towards C4, the temperature's coming back up, everything's going to be awesome, except it's going to be over. The cool thing about it is, you have to know exactly when it's going to happen, because you get one shot at seeing all this stuff. Back in the day, you had to send a self-addressed stamped envelope to Goddard Space Flight Center. These are Gordon's. He was like, didn't want to let me borrow them because they're so valuable to him. Anyway, the way it worked is you got these solar eclipse bulletins, and you had to calculate the exact moment by interpolation when your contact times were for wherever you were on the globe. It was very, very cumbersome. However, we have good news. We live in the age of smartphones. And we also have a plastic surgeon in Alabama who decided to create an app so that you can take your phone out, geolocate wherever you are, and instantly calculate your contact times for your position. And that's flipping awesome, which is why I asked him if it was real and if it was going to work, and if he could go with me to Tennessee where the totality plane exists and test the contact times inside and outside of the totality.
Everybody's
Remember,
coming
you
to
want to get to the
Tennessee.
center? I wanted to test his app on the edge.
Yeah,
Check it out.
neighbors.
Okay, we're in the parking lot of a
Everything.
church in Brentwood, Tennessee.
That's why they say
We're
people
on
don't
this
need to go on the
sidewalk
road.
right here.
Yeah.
So this
Which one do you
sidewalk is
have to
in
get one?
totality. That tree over there.
I leave
where
at 1
that
o'clock, I
sign
get there by
is,
1:30, but I
It's
get,
not in totality.
Okay, so I'm
I
gonna
have to
try
be
this.
there too, no
So I
matter
got
what.
the app here, Solar Eclipse Timer app. So I'm going to get my location.
Is that the app you have?
You'll be at,
And then-
this is the app that I've got, and I just bought this
That's my
out,
location
just
right
so
there,
that we
right?
can do
Latitude,
this.
longitude,
Paid $1.99 for
For
it.
contact time.
I've got
C1,
new
C2,
glasses,
C3, C4. Okay.
so that you can
Load
look
my
at it,
contact
you know,
times. So I have a 6-second duration totality right here.
Correct.
You'll
Does that
see
make
part
sense
of
to
it
you?
here,
Yes,
but
it
you
probably
know,
would be a little bit shorter.
and traffic is starting to get a
That's
little
what they
crazy.
call me. All right.
I got
You
one
want it
from
shorter?
my office.
Yeah, because we
Oh, we
have,
need to turn that off the day of. You don't want people calling you during the
I have that in the instructions. At
Okay.
15 minutes, shut off texting and phone receiving.
Okay, that's a really good point. Okay, so let's go to where it's not in totality.
Right, so we're right here,
I'm-
and we were able to pick it up,
Okay, so we should go like to that tree.
and we should just get partially.
Okay, let's do it. So seriously, like right here, load my times, get my location. Look at that. I've got C1 and I've got C4. I have no C2 and C3. I'm not in the totality plane.
That's correct.
We just walked across a parking lot, and this told us if we were going to see the eclipse or not.
That's exactly right.
How long have you worked on this?
I have worked on this since last August, and I've tested this parking lot about 6 times prior to today.
Really?
Yes.
Are you excited that it works?
I am.
I'm not very impressed, Corey. No, so what's it called?
Here, no, wait.
Solar Eclipse Timer?
Yes.
That's what you get in the App Store.
Now,
I'm trying to sell his app. He's just like so into that. Go ahead. What?
you see, this is a 6, and it's actually not. It's
Okay, I came back into the car to review the footage. The man has spent a lot of his time making this app so that you can watch the eclipse, and he's testing it. It's a really big deal. So if you want this, you can go to the App Store, and it's Solar Eclipse Timer, and it talks to you as the eclipse goes to tell you C1, C2, C3, and C4. It's a pretty big deal.
It's 9 seconds over there.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Seriously, this is... I love this, man. Oh, okay. That's so good. All right. Yeah. Shoot the gap right there. All right. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Smarter Every Day. I'm doing our yearly tradition with my daughter where we go out and we watch